All right, welcome back to Arena of the Contest. Flanks06 here, continuing our PvP tournament. This is match number 9. For people that are watching this tonight, you might be a little confused if you see the match order because I have the two matches that happened this last weekend recorded. And I didn't do them. Max filled in for me while I was out of town. And anyway, so I'm going to do some editing and then I'll get those uploaded. So it may appear out of order, but I will put the match numbers so you are aware. We have a link in the Discord if you would like to see how all the competitors are doing. We are about a third of the way into the tournament, and it's been pretty awesome so far. So anyway, we're continuing here tonight. We got Wantwan here on the left side, Team Red, and Kipernicus here on the right as Team Blue. And they are battling it out here on the first downside of the bracket. So whoever would lose tonight would be out of the tournament. But it's part of the process, right?
Yep.
Okay, guys.
Well, I'm just here to play.
Yeah, exactly. Have a good time. So let's roll and see who will begin hero selection. Or at least get the choice of if they're going first or second. Wonton with a 2. Oh wow, you topped it. when
It's gonna be one of those nights, I
yeah,
see.
when you didn't think he could top it, he topped it. All right, so Wonton, do you want to choose first or second?
I'll actually choose first this time.
Okay. All right, back at it here. Match number 9. We got Wonton here starting off with Avalum
Okay.
AoE shooter damage. And
Go with Talia.
all right, Talia there, very powerful healer. Very strong special to be able to heal a single target with a lot of health, 32, and remove a permanent effect on a combatant,
Rick.
or split that heal into 2 and heal 2 different characters. Rurg we got here. We saw some pretty amazing plays, I believe, by Sunny with Rurg. Using that epic shield to keep himself very protected, crushing blow to throw his enemies
Katarina.
into lava and keep on top of them with that slowed effect. Katarina coming back again. I believe we've seen her a couple different at least 2 or 3 times so far in the tournament, doing some health swaps with people, blood curse with being able to curse those enemies, and I haven't seen Soul Link quite as much, but it is kind of always been in the back pocket for a lot of people being able to control those permanent effects, which we have seen, for example, like Heroic Inspiration quite often in the tournament. In fact, significantly more than I remember
Zafara.
in the last tournament. People like to be able to make sure that those strong permanent effects don't get to be used as much as the enemy team would allow. All right, Zafara, we have yet, I believe, to see Zafara. She does have the most powerful resurrection skill in the game, where she gets to heal somebody, resurrect
Let's
somebody with
go
25 hit
with
points, and bring back one of their specials.
Garion.
All right, we see Garen here. We have seen him before in an earlier match where somebody took away some of Garen's very strong special attacks to prevent them
I'll
from
go
being
with
stolen.
Magenta.
And going with Magenta here, one of the brand new Tenaris Adventures heroes. And will be great to see this character coming out tonight. Again, we've seen her being pretty powerful with some of the combinations from Alchemy Box, getting that flask stack, and then using AoE flasks to do a lot of damage to the opponent
Oh, I'm a
because
sucker for Drana. I
Justice.
always pick her.
Arcane Justice gives you a +3 to all your rolls, so that makes it those AoE tags very strong. Awesome. All right, so let's roll now for positioning, and we will figure out who will start first or second. All right, 15 by Wantwan. And a 20. Oh, there we go. Critical right off the bat.
All right, I've got a 1 and a 20.
All right, yeah, it's all over the place. All right, would you like, Kipernicus, would you like to go first or second in the turn order?
Second.
Okay. And Wonton, I believe, would you like to be on the left side or the right side?
I will go with the left side.
Okay. All right, so Wonton will be placing first then. And then we'll do heroic actions and get started. So, anyway, we've seen some really powerful stuff with Arcane Justice, being able to +3 to all your rolls. There's nobody in the game, I believe, that has a +3, especially to all your rolls. So that benefit is incredibly strong. Now, we have seen some pretty awesome ways to negate that ability, Magenta's ability with Lord Roth, with Mind Trap, being able to prevent her from using Arcane Justice, thus not being able to get additional flash cards, and basically preventing that, locking her out from those flasks. All right, so on Kipernicus' side, we have Jirana. Definitely a community favorite character. She is definitely a fantastic hero. Very strong damage potential, especially for a tank character, being able to move around, toughen, hurt other people with effects that hit other enemies. So Jirana is going to go first for Kipernicus. Hey VV, good to see you. Thanks for coming out. And then looks like Rurik is going second for Wantwan. He is moving, it looks like pretty close to the front there. Trying to lock in someone relatively pretty quickly maybe and defend that character. Defend his characters in back, such as Magenta here. So we got tanks out. We got healers coming out here with Talia coming up next. I will help Kipernicus here get his cards set up so he has them available.
So I have a rules question.
Sure, what's up?
All right, quick refresher. Can you go through the same portal twice in one turn?
Can you go through the same portal twice in one turn? So if you like go in it and then come out this side, then come back in it and come out again?
Yes.
Yes, as long as you have movement points to spend, yes.
Right, okay.
Also, of course, following the standard rules of doing a move and then attack, or attack and then move, but not the mix. All right, and so we have Talia. So yep, now we got Wantwan here placing down Avalon next, getting his ranged AoE damage character, putting him pretty far back. Now, Avalon does have quite a bit of range, so he's got a lot of opportunity that he can do with that. Both players looking like they are playing pretty far back here. We got Magenta back here. Rurik relatively pretty close up, but then on the other side, Garen playing very far back, Jirana playing a little far back, especially for a tank character, and then Talia playing very far back. Now Zafara is about to be placed next. All right, I'll move these here for Kipernicus here. Get him set up for the match. And we will be getting started very soon here, everyone. Always great to have another one of these awesome PvP matches. Like I said, I will be going through and doing a little bit of editing on the video just because I do have it recorded and be able to save a little bit of time. I know one of the videos, it actually took quite some time to kind of get started, so I'll be able to save you guys all a little bit of time when you watch it. Okay, so you guys placed all your characters, so pick your 2 heroic actions and let me know when you're ready. All right, and so we got Katarina here being placed very far back as well and being very spread out, maybe because trying to stay away from Avalon. Although Avalon does have Magic Missile, which will allow him to still be able to do some other damage as long as he can get close enough. But everyone is very spread out. Zafara all the way in the back as well. So it looks like Wantwan has one heroic action selected, and then we got Kipernicus trying to figure out his card selection as well. And while they are doing that, I will place their hero tokens. That way we can get going as quick as possible and everyone can enjoy the game. There is a lot of characters with 60 health points at this side here. Alright, looks like Wantwan has finished, and now Kipernicus is finishing his options here. We have the health tokens now placed. Should be a good game. You've seen any of our last matches here. So Wantwan, this is actually his 3rd game so far in the tournament. He was successful in defeating Trickles on his first match. He then went on to battle Crispy Dude, which Crispy Dude definitely had a lot of control in that match. But Wantwan did indeed miss a very important interrupt.
Got my
and thus
heroic
losing.
actions.
Awesome. Okay. Well, so I believe, let's see, put in the special token, and that should be it. So, Wantwan, whenever you're ready, let's do it.
All right, I'm ready to begin.
All right, so here we get started on match number 9. Magenta
Okay,
leading it
so
off.
right out of the gate, I'm going to use a special
Yep, no surprise
with
there.
Magenta, and I'm going to be using Alchemy Box on Garyon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So Alchemy Box, definitely one that really sets up that character. So a lot of people are going to really want to use that right at the beginning And
15,
getting it.
so that should be 20 damage. 62, 40.
Alright, so Garen taking a hard
And now I
blow.
get to do the rest of this fun benefit. Already have my flask deck selected. Shuffle a few times, place it down, draw 2 flasks. And I have to ask, are flasks public information? I assume they are.
No. Flasks will be
Really?
hidden. I'm not sure what the normal intent for the game will be, but I believe it says. Yeah, it doesn't really say. It just says make a private deck, shuffle, place it face down, then draw 2 flasks. So we just went by the assumption that it is secret information of what
Like
you.
scrolls are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
After that, I am going to. Actually, I'm just going to stand right here. And my turn's done.
All right. Yep. So that alchemy box, definitely one that Magenta doesn't do in the first turn. She really needs to get off soon after because those flask cards tie so deeply into her her primary attacks that she has to get those off pretty quickly. All right. So Jirana is leading up here for Kipernicus.
6, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't go around the corner. Huh?
Nope, you can't cut the corner.
All right, here we are, face to face. And I will use lightning reflexes.
All right, lightning reflex is definitely another one that we
Against
see
Red.
quite often for Jirana because it is such a powerful effect, especially getting earlier, so she can keep just doing tons of damage throughout the entire game. Here we go. 11, that is a hit. So that will do. That's a hit. Yep.
16 damage. And am I circle or no? I'm the.
Yeah, so you are going to be the dark colored tokens.
So 15 damage, no, 16 damage from 70 down to 54. And then I will make a basic attack.
All right, Jirana successfully getting her lightning reflexes. Now she's going to be able to try to dish out some extra damage, which she does do here. An additional 6 damage.
That
That'll be
is
6 damage.
6 more damage.
Yep.
54 to 40.
And Jirana will be putting out some heat. All right, next up we got Rourke here. Rourke, now where he's positioned himself is a really good spot because he can lock in Jirana here and be able to use that crushing blow to move Jirana right into the lava and hold her there.
Think about this just a moment.
And it's a very likely Wantwan could choose that as his first action here.
Okay, I am going to sidestep.
Okay.
And then use Crushing Blow on Jirana.
There you go. Crushing blow, very good for locking somebody into the lava. And
I got a
there
14,
we go.
so that is 11 damage.
Oh, Jirana will be taking some damage here at the beginning.
Target is slowed.
It's one more over. There you go.
All right, thank you. And I can move the target up to 2 squares, and I can move myself up to 2 squares towards it. So I'm going to move her over here.
All right, additional 4 damage.
And I am not going to move towards her.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
So very interesting that he chose not to. I assume he's trying to prevent Garen from getting in the back lines by doing that.
With Dahlia, we'll just go ahead and target Garion with Nymph's Kiss.
Nymph's Kiss has to be on an enemy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Well,
just
maybe I
about
wanted to
all.
attack me.
Yeah, just about all
Well,
primary attack heals are. I think they all are damage. They have to hit an enemy, and the ones that do heal on an ally are all specials.
okay. All right. Well, then let's get her into range. She'll probably target Rorik. So 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at 7 distance away there, Talia
And
can make her
range is
Nymph's Kiss.
8. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So she'll target Rorik with Nymph's Kiss.
All right, so the tanks both taking some hits here early on in this match. Nymph's Kiss coming out to get some heals, and also will make somebody blessed, and that is not going to be enough. What's up, Code? Good to see you.
And that is
Thanks for joining.
miss. Residual damage of
5
5.
damage. Yep. All right, so Avalon coming up here next. He's going to have to get closer to be able to hit some people. He could.
All right, I am going to
get around and maybe do a magic missile or shockwave
move
as a
with
possibility.
Avalon. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And
7,
I
8.
am
Talia's too far.
going to use a heroic action.
All right,
I'm going to
early
use
heroic
heroic
action.
absorption on Talia. So that's going to be 10 damage.
All right, so he probably is stealing
And 1
spring
special
seeds,
attack is going to be removed, and I am going to remove
or could be breath of life if he wants to prevent resurrection.
spring seeds.
Preventing that strong heal effect.
And that is my turn.
And he may also be doing that so that way Talia can't remove permanent effects, thus giving Avalon being able to keep his hastened, or Rourke being able to keep protected from Epic Shield. But there is one other option. Katarina here can also do a permanent transfer with Soul Link.
All right, Garion.
It is Garen's turn here,
1,
making a 1 move.
2, 3, 4. No, 5.
Right, Garen is staying a little
And
far
he
back,
will
trying to do
target
his.
Rurik with memory theft.
All right. Looks like we lost Wantwan, but we'll just kind of keep going without him on this one.
Are you still in Discord, Wantwan?
Looks like he is. I see him in here, but
No.
continue on. I'll count it for him.
Okay.
Memory theft. That is success.
So 22 damage, 43 down to 21.
There you go.
And
Now you get to remove one of his primary attacks and be able to keep that special or that primary attack.
okay. We will. Can I take crushing blow even though it's on Joanna?
So I believe so. Now, let's see. Remove one primary attack from the target, and then you gain a copy of that primary attack. So I think you can do it, and basically basically you just copy this, which of course this works way better in Tabletop Simulator than it does in real life. Um, but when it gets back to his turn, I believe this would just get removed once it gets back to Rurik's turn.
Okay.
So, but since we have the ability to actually copy cards and stuff here, it's a little easier to see it.
All right, I apologize for that.
That's okay. So he successfully hit you with memory theft and stole crushing blow from Rurik. And Rurik is at 21 hit points.
All right.
And I believe that's the end of Garen's turn, correct?
Right.
Okay. So good, strong hit there. Rurik really taking a lot of pain very quickly.
Okay, I'm going
Kipernicus is
to
focusing
Safara. I'm
all their
going
efforts
to
on the tank before he can get
move
that epic
1,
shield out.
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, getting in on the altar
And I am going to use
so he can
Hungry Spirits on
get some healing.
Garion. All right, first attack.
All right, so Garen here can be struck twice with it.
There's 17.
So you're blessed on your first attack. And it's a once per turn, so it'll just be this one. Okay. So first attack is a hit. And your second one.
Do you want me to do the damage now or
Just
after everything?
do rolls first, and then we'll do damage.
Okay. Also hitting Garion.
And looks like a miss. The second one.
So that would be 6 damage to him. You or an ally within range regains 4 HP. I am going to give that to Rurik. And I believe I triggered my passive. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Duran is not quite close enough. So it looks like I can't do that.
And then you take the 3 damage from the altar.
Right.
Alright. So right
And
there,
that is my turn.
Zafar trying to get some heals and do a little extra damage there on
Okay.
Garum, get him lower, but unfortunately he did miss. Was a good idea to
Arena.
get that bless roll, but unfortunately just did not get the rolls for it on this one.
3,
Alright, Katarina here
4,
up next. Special currently down.
5.
So assuming...
And she will target Magenta,
Oh, he's going for magenta. Okay, so
with
he's going to split it up.
Blood Curse.
Alright, so we're seeing the blood curse again around the altar. This is the second time that this has occurred. It's not a horrible strategy, I'll say that, but it's not super great because they do have that altar to negate that effect, and he misses anyway.
No dice.
So that will be 5 residual to
damage.
magenta.
5. So from 60 to 55.
Looks like it's on the wrong spot. It should be here.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. So magenta's turn. All right, round 2
Okay.
here. Magenta does have her flask up now.
So if I'm standing on a blessed space, I mean on an altar, does that affect flasks at all?
So yes, it'll be similar to normal. You'll be blessed and once per turn. So if it's a multi-strike strike, then you'd only get it once. But you do, yeah, yeah.
Can you remind me there's some sort of penalty for staying on the
Yeah, it's a 3
altar?
damage, so Zafara on her turn, that's what she did. She moved down, did blessed attack, and then took the 3 damage, so that's why she's at 57 here. Alright, so Wantwan here trying to line up what
So
he's
I'm
going to do
going
next.
to use the
Get that
Arcane Justice, but I'm
Yep,
going to be using
there
a
we go.
flask. And I'm going to be using Incendiary Oil. And that's going to be targeting... I've got a good choice here. I'm going to target this square with it.
Alright, so he could either hit Jorana and
So the
Garen
first
with it,
roll
or
is...
Katarina.
Wait, so I roll for everybody, correct? That's going to be affected by this?
Yeah, so for whoever is your first target, you'd want to do.
Okay, the first one's going to be for Katharina.
Okay. And you're blessed. Although that is a hit anyway.
Yeah, because of the +3 bonus.
Yep. That's another hit. Alright. And then the second target, I believe, would be Garen then. Oh, he dropped again.
Dang.
Right in the middle of his roll. I was wondering why it was taking him so long to roll that second character there. So we'll wait for him to come back. I guess we can do the damage on Katarina at least, because that should be pretty obvious there. So it's going to be 10 damage. So she is right here, so she'll be at 50. he's got to do Garen next once he comes back.
Yeah, what's crazy is first my home internet went out, and then my mobile internet went out, which never happens.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty weird. So, while we're waiting here, have you guys been watching any of the other matches in the in between time?
No, not yet.
I have not.
You guys
I'd
should
love to.
give it a look, see how some of the other players are, what strategies they're using, and see some of the plays they're making. It's pretty really good matches we've seen so far.
Is Tyson going to be the favorite to win it all again this year? Room.
Potentially, I mean, he is seeded number one for this tournament, of course. He has won his first match, but because he was like higher in the seeding, he didn't have to do two matches like other players had to do already. Um, so anyway, he's won that first one, but he is going up against Crispy Dude, which I believe Wantwan had played in his last match. And it was. Oh, I guess I should pause this. Hold on. We'll play it back 2 minutes. Um, so he played against Wantwan and did pretty well. It was a good, really good match. Can we expect other Tenaris heroes to join the tournament? Maybe. There might be one other hero that could maybe grace the tournament before the end. At this point, since we are already kind of well into the bracket system, it might not be till the end, but I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence even about including another hero later in the tournament because it just kind of potentially make it unfair. But we'll kind of see how it goes. I have to get the assets first. That's one of the issues. Just being able to get those.
Yeah, believe me, I would kill to see a commander at this point in development.
Well, that's let's just say it's a pretty likely chance that could be the other hero.
Okay, so I already did my damage for Katharina, correct?
Yeah, I did it for you while you were out. So just yeah, continue with Garen.
Thank you.
And
Darn it.
that's a hit.
Oh yeah, +3. So that would be 8 against 7, so yes, that does hit.
Yep. So 10 more damage. So Magenta's very powerful Arcane Justice.
Okay,
So
so I
good with
just
those
did an
AoE
attack.
attacks.
I'm going to move.
Now
1,
Magenta
2,
moving to,
and
looks like get a little closer, standing right next to Rourke.
and that is my turn.
Hey,
Unfortunately, not getting his tactics in this case. Alright, so Jirana is coming up next. Jirana is slowed, but for her that's not an issue because she doesn't have anybody on top of her right now. Hey, Sonny, good to see you here.
Girano.
So, yep, we were
He's
talking
going
about
to move
possibility of a commander showing up
6.
maybe near the end of the tournament. But we'll kind of see what happens. It kind of depends on the timing of things. And also needing to do it at a point where it's
Three,
fair enough for
four,
everybody to use the character.
5,
Let's see, 1, 2,
6.
3, 4, 5, 6. All right, Jorana getting into
And
position there.
she will target magenta with well, actually, let's go with whirling strike. We will target magenta and Zafar.
All right. So technically, Jorana can hit all
So
three
the
of
first attack we'll do against
Wantwan's characters
magenta.
with Whirling Strike, but he's going with Magenta here first. And that should be not enough. It's a miss, I believe, just barely.
Second attack against Zafara.
Ouch. So in this case, it's the last target missed, I believe. Yep. So Zafar will take that 5.
So
So
she drops
2
from
misses there, big
57
misses
to 52.
for
And
Kipernicus.
then
If
Girana will make a basic attack at the end of her turn.
so, if you watched
And she will
Kipernicus's
target magenta.
first game, he did a pretty good job, especially for being a new player, but he suffered from quite a few
That was a
misses.
hit for 6 damage. 55 down to 40.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would like to use one of the new commanders here in the tournament.
All right, with Rurik, I am going to use Iron Wall.
All right, so Rourke trying to protect himself.
And I'm going to move, before I do that, I'm going to
before
move over here to Garion.
Okay, so he's using that benefit move, it looks like, to get right on top of Garen, and it looks like that's going to be a miss.
And that looks like a miss.
Now, unfortunately, Rourke
So that only does 15 damage to him.
could have moved down here
24
to
down
mob
to 9.
Girana, and that would have been a hit had he gone after
Now,
Girana.
because that was a benefit move, I can still do a movement with this
Yes.
character. However, I will not. I'm just going to stand here.
Okay.
And my turn's over.
All right, so that is a huge miss, unfortunately, for Rourke. He is really low health. He really needed that that 20 or that 20 damage, and then being immune to damage and effects, since he is so low already. So no, Whirling Strike can only attack 2 people.
Let's see. 5 spaces.
But he did, yeah, the code's
1,
correct. He did
2, 3,
lightning reflexes.
4, 5. And she is.
So real quick here, because it looked like some of the cards got kind of messed up here. So we allowed Crushing Blow to stay on at the start of Rurik's turn, which has happened, but technically that ability has been stolen here with Memory Thief by Garen and now belongs to him.
I thought it was still applied, so that's why I was going, hey, where'd that go?
Yeah.
Because my internet went out when that happened.
That's okay. Yep. So Garen has it now, and that's why you don't see it over here anymore.
And I guess you do have a interrupt. and counter spell, so I need to make sure I give you time to
I
use
can't
that.
do it.
That's true. It's not active right now, but I'll try to be aware of that in the future. So I'm going to target magenta with Nymph's Kiss.
All right.
Magenta
So,
is very slippery. I have not hit her yet.
magenta there does look like that is a possible hit there. Yep, that is, and he'll
One
get that
is a
damage
hit.
and healing of 6
6
damage to
damage.
magenta.
So from 49 to 43.
Oops, messed up the time there. We
And,
probably should be a few minutes ahead. I did go over a little bit time before while we were waiting for him,
I
so
will go
probably
ahead
not
and
super
have
far off, but
Garion regain 7 health up to
try to
16.
keep the time on there.
And I will also have Garion be blessed.
All right, so seems like Talia might
And
have
then for her
forgotten.
passive,
Oh, no, you got it.
I will heal Joanna
There you go. Gotta remember
from
those passive abilities when
55
you
up to
can.
50.
So we went over quite a bit, so I'm going to say it's probably 2 minutes
These
ahead
We're
at
all.
at
this
a
point with a
okay.
total trade of 4
So with
minutes.
Avalon, I am going to move 1,
We'll try to
2,
remember
3,
that.
4. I'm going to stick with that 4. I am going to use Magic Missile. 4, 7. And I'm going to use it on Garion.
Alright, going for Garen. Now he won't be able to kill Garen with this attack, but unless he gets a crit, obviously. Oh,
And that's a
another miss
miss.
for Wantwan.
So that is only 5 damage to him.
Ouch.
My turn is over.
That does hurt.
Okay.
Yes, it's true. Lightning Reflexes is a very strong ability, but yeah, it's kind of tuned in a little bit in the way that, yeah, even that Girana making that attack is only 6 damage. So it's not a lot more, but 6 damage does add up. Talked about so many times with, all the passives, right, of hope, tactics, despair, brutality, all the other ones that they do add up
Garion
over time, and the more you can hit and remember, the more opportunity you
is
have
going
to
to
pull this out by the
use.
end. So they have been missing some of their passives so far, just because of either
You can move
positioning.
6 spaces. Remind me how break attacks work. If he leaves Rurik, he gets attacked unless he sidesteps, right?
Yeah, so if you sidestep, then you use all your movement, and you can't move anymore unless you use your prime action to do a second move action, which means you wouldn't be able to attack.
All right, well, let's just attack Rurik. Um, I will go ahead and attack Rurik with um,
So this is actually a good opportunity to use that
Master Stroke.
crushing blow right against him.
Use
Uh,
that. That
Master
takes,
Stroke is a special attack. I
right?
believe you're. Did you? Oh, you use Nymph's Kiss. Okay, so you are using a special, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 5 damage to myself. I am blessed. Attacking Rurik.
All right, so a lot of people don't know that this has been a changed ability since Arena 1.0.
The first one
And
is a miss.
Blessed does not work on special attacks.
Oh,
Blessed is only for primary attacks. If you look at the reference card here.
that is good to know.
Yep.
By only on primary attack. Okay, so that is a miss. Um, Residual damage 15,
Yep.
taking him from 25 down to.
All right. Another special attack missed. Rourke and Garen both missing
Looks
special
like
attack.
we lost Wantwan again.
And looks like we lost him again. Wow, this is crazy that he's dropped out so often here.
Yeah, it's just bonkers. I just went back onto my phone. Hopefully that doesn't go out like it did for some reason. And whenever this happens, I have to relog back into Steam because I'm on a new network. And Steam thinks that I'm logged into two places at once, so I can't join servers.
Oh boy. So it thinks you're up to some funny business there, huh?
Yeah.
So when you come back, I believe it uh, should be Zafara's turn. So one other thing I'd like to note, Garen, since you did not actually move, one thing to note was you were hastened, which means you don't incite reaction attacks.
Oh, okay. That's another good thing for me to remember for next time.
Yeah. So you could have moved around to either attack somebody else or just move around Rourke into a different location.
Cool. Thank
Um,
you for that. That'll be good for future reference.
Now, obviously, you still would have suffered, assuming Wantwan remembered, you still would have suffered the effects of Circle of Protection, but
Right.
if you attack somebody else, that is. But you didn't because you attacked him on your turn.
Yes. Every time I play this game, I learn a little bit more.
Yep, that's how it was for me too. Learning quite a bit after playing game after game. And even just playing with the community helps quite a bit because there'll be the things that you don't notice until someone mentions it to you, and then you're like, oh, wow, okay, I didn't know it was supposed to be used that way.
Yeah, it is interesting. I'm more of a cooperative dungeon crawl fan, but with
Yeah.
this game, I've actually enjoyed the PvP more than the PvE.
Yeah, the PvP is definitely a shining element of Arena the contest. Now, obviously, this should be balancing out once Tenaris Adventures comes out, considering there'll be a lot more, a lot of changes to rules, a lot of ways that Tenaris Adventures will be significantly different than the cooperative mode that exists in Arena the Contest. But it should still be pretty fun. I want to see if there will be. I mean, that we've talked about that there will be a few changes and rules, such as like focus and mobbing will be changed a little bit for PvE and PvP. But I'm kind of curious to see if they'll come up with anything else, at least for the PvP mode, to change. I'm not thinking there will be, but considering the Tenaris RPG campaign, added some really interesting miniatures. We did talk about the possibility of making, for example, like that tower miniature that is shown in the Tenaris RPG as some kind of uh, like terrain element that could be used in PvP to maybe like increase your range, or maybe give maybe like an empowered, similar to like the altar, but instead making it like empowered, or some other kind of beneficial effect.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'd really like to see some other possible options being able to use on the board.
Have you played the dragon boss mode very much?
Yes. Yep. We played the early mode, and then of course once it officially came out, we got to play some of the different bosses and everything. I will say for people that are newer to the game, it's not maybe something I'd suggest for a lot of people to start off by playing, just because it's really more of an add-on to the PvP mode and significantly expands the things that happen and you can do in that mode. Um, and so anyway, one of the things that I worked with Dragori on was creating like the learners mode for that, where basically it cuts out some of the mechanics to make it a little simpler for people to kind of get into. But even still, I'd suggest most people get at least a little bit comfortable with the PvP mode before they play boss versus boss, just because it does add quite a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I am still having problems, not with my internet this time, but logging into the Steam network.
Uh
Probably because I've been jumping IPs too much because I've been switching from my phone to my home internet depending on which is going out at the moment.
oh, yikes.
So that is a yikes indeed. Oh, big giant. Oh, come on. Okay, I really hope it doesn't go out again because if it does, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
My my God, thank you for being patient with me. This is really um not sportsmanlike. And oh, Tabletop Simulator now says my nickname's already in use.
Yeah.
Like this tournament is much more casual than I was expecting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the way it's being like I was expecting there to be bans and stuff during the pick phase, but
No, no. I already did the pre-ban of just the Emperor, because he's really the only character that is really just kind of broken and has some funky mechanics that don't work very well. I don't know, he's just a little too powerful in some ways if you see him and kind of how his rules work. So him and Haran will be getting updated in the future. So Haran isn't definitely not the same level of broken as the Emperor is. So I figured it's fine to include him, but the Emperor was too much. And then we're kind of play testing these new Tenaris Adventures heroes. So while it could lead to some imbalances, it's also, kind of getting that opportunity for everyone to be able to play it for themselves, kind of enjoy this before any of Tenaris Adventures gets out to everyone, and to see what these new characters do. And I think so far from what I've seen is there's possible some areas that need some tuning, but I haven't seen anything that seems just absolutely broken yet. Now, I know not everyone agrees on that, specifically more related to Ravel, but I don't think it's quite as powerful as people seem to make it is.
okay, I can finally see the lobby.
You can
If
see
my
the
internet goes
sun.
out again, I'm not switching devices because that was more of a headache than just switching.
Yeah.
All right, connecting, big spinning circle.
So if you do disconnect again, um, I'm not sure what we should do for that.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, this could be considered stalling, but
Well, it's not really
I,
stalling because you're not in
yeah,
here.
yeah, I'm not trying. I'm trying to click the big red circle, but because I'm on mobile data, despite the fact that I have everything stored on my hard drive for this game, because well, I'm the guy that made it. I still it Tabletop Simulator is just having a little fit right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
I can send you a screenshot of what this looks like because it is not pretty.
I see you in, but it doesn't show a ping for you.
Did you help, or did you build the TTS mod for this one?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
That's cool. It's awesome. Good work.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. So for everyone that's watching, basically this whole thing that we have here only exists because of all the Wonton's work here, um, and being able to play all this has made a world of the difference for the community. Because I mean, even when I got started, kind of streaming this game and playing it with other people, was only because I saw this mod and I was like, oh cool, I can play this board game that I have with, other people, because not everyone in my gaming group likes player versus player type games. And I did play the campaign, which was fun, but I also wanted to be able to enjoy the PvP side as well.
Everything's finally coming in. But slightly related, I ended up getting this game kind of on a blind note. I watched one little tutorial video. I noticed that the Kickstarter was just 1 or 2 weeks from being finished. I managed to win an eBay auction to get it and got it not really knowing what I was getting into, and here we are.
Oh wow! So you didn't
Right.
so you didn't even get into the actual Kickstarter. You just got an eBay copy.
Yep, about 1 or 2 weeks after people started to get theirs in the US.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, it was a good gamble. Anyway, I'm finally loaded in. Hopefully, we have no more issues. If we do, I do not mind just throwing it to Kipernicus over here.
I mean, that would definitely be really sad for that to happen, but I
Sad,
definitely
I,
understand.
yeah, it would be sad, but I don't want to just make this a miserable experience for everybody.
Yeah.
So with Safara,
Okay, so Zafara is up now.
I am going to sidestep, and then I am going to use Hungry Spirits, and I'm going to hit Drana with both strikes.
All right.
First one is blessed.
The hit. And a hit.
And the second one, which is not blessed.
Oh man, your luck has not been great.
Not really, so I at least did 6 damage, which is something.
Yes, Sonny, you definitely
Okay,
do as
6
well.
damage.
Considering you
You are now within range, regains 4 HP.
were joining the server without even
I'm going to give that
being into the game at all.
Rurik.
Alright, so Rourke will get some heals. Zafara will
I'm also
do
going
some
to trigger my
damage
passive.
to Girona and then get a little bit of damage here.
And I am going to give that to... Wait, could I give it to Gary in here? I just want to make...
Yes.
Okay. So I'll give it to Garion then, and that is 4 damage. And then 3 damage to Farah for being blessed. And that is my turn.
Alright, so Zafara finally getting her turn in here.
Yeah.
A little break in
Alright.
between. So Master Stroke was used by Garen in the last
Katarina
one, so now I got Katarina with no special up.
is going to move 1.
Unfortunately, too close.
Oh. Now, if she cuts across this lava, she takes damage.
Correct, yep. She takes 4 lava damage.
All right. Hmm. Let's see. No, maybe she'll just take a step back. 2, 3, 4. And let's go ahead and okay, question.
Hmm.
Rules question. If I put blood curse on Rurik, is that non-lethal damage? Or if he misses? Says target takes
It
5
is
damage.
lethal. Yeah. If he misses his strike, that's 5 lethal damage.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and attack Rurik with a blood curse.
That's a hit.
So that
So
is
Kipernicus here getting his blood
11
curse,
damage.
making Rurik.
14 down to 3. I have a personal vendetta against Rurik because Sunny used him to great effect in my first match.
Oh,
Sunny
we
the
all have those years we just can't stand because someone did something great with them.
Oh yeah, he just destroyed me.
brutalized us. Yeah, Sunny's actually in the chat right now watching.
Well, good then. You will appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that is it. Oh wait, let me use the passive, assuming that there even is anyone I can use it on. I don't think
I
there
think
is.
you're too far.
Yep. Okay. That's it.
Okay, I'm going
All right, there
to
you go, Sunny.
go with Magenta. I'm going
You
to
hurting the feelings of people now. Rurik
use
is ruined
Arcane Justice against
for him.
Jorana, just the melee hit.
All right, using that arcane justice there. So he can do that benefit 2 move if he wants, but sounds like he's not going to.
That's a 4,
And
so that's
that's a
only 5
miss.
damage.
Ouch. Wantwan is missing a lot of his hits, unfortunately. I just hate the TTS dice. Yeah.
And then I
Well, we
am
all wish
going
that we
to
could roll real dice for this.
not sidestep over there. I'm going to just slightly reposition myself here.
All
Now my
right.
turn's over.
Oh, Magenta there,
Okay.
unfortunately missing her strike, not being able to get another
Um,
flask added to her hand.
Jorana probably just used Whirling Strike.
All right, going
Um,
with Whirling Strike again
she
here.
is going to sidestep here,
All right, looks like
and she will
Jorana's going
target
for Apple.
Magenta and Avalum. That will do the first attack. Let's go ahead and do Avalum for the first attack.
All right. $20.
20.
Crit.
That's good. Is that 13?
So the first critical hit
It's
there.
+5 for a crit, right?
Yep.
Okay, so from 55 down to 42.
So the first critical hit there.
And then the second attack versus Magenta
And will he get it? He
is
does.
also a hit. So that's
Ouch.
8 from 43 down to 35. And then she'll do, let's see, I can move Avalum toward me. So I will. And I'll do my basic attack against Magenta.
There's Tyson. What's up, buddy? Good to see you here. So Jorana beating the living snot out of Avalon currently at this point.
Also a
And
hit
Magenta.
for 6 damage from 35 to 20.
At this point, I'd say Kipernicus is getting a
That is
little
all.
bit better rolls than Wantwan is. Um, He has
Okay,
had
I
some
am
misses well,
going
but he has
to.
gotten a critical hit so far, so that is good for him.
I am going to go ahead and use War Cry against Garyon.
All right, so he is
And I'm cursed,
risking it
so
here.
see
So
what
if he
happens.
misses, he will
One
die.
of the two of them's gonna die.
We have an 11.
All right, so the first one is a hit. And second
And
is a
16.
hit, so he is successful.
So Garyon is now
All right, so Garen
dead.
is knocked out of the fight here.
Now, after that wackiness, I'm going to move 1, 2. Well, I already said 2, so 3, and I'm just going to end here at 4.
All right, getting right on top of
And that
Talia.
is my turn.
Talia is up here.
Talia is going to
Talia losing her
we'll
spring
just
seeds here
sidestep
earlier
away. And she will attack
from heroic absorption.
Rick with we'll go with Nymph's Kiss.
At this point, yeah, she doesn't really have to do much damage to kill off Rourke here. She's just got to be able to get that hit on him. And will she get it? Yes, she does.
That is a hit. And that is the end of Rick. For now, at least.
I'm just glad I didn't trip and fall on his axe.
He took somebody down with him, so that's a good. Nymph's Kiss, I will put the benefit on Zafara or Catherine, I guess. And I will also heal for.
So one hero down each competitor now.
Looks like
Garen
she's at
for
50 to
Kipernicus
54.
and Rourke is tanky character for
And
Wantwan.
that is all.
Already Magenta is
Okay,
starting to
I am
get kind
going
of
to
low.
use a heroic action.
Wantwan needing to
Use
catch
heroic
up.
Siasm. All enemies take 5 damage each.
Alright. There'll be a 15
48
damage
43,
here.
50 to 45.
And then he'll get to
And
move
54 to
the
49.
characters around.
Next, you may move any number of combatants 2 squares each. So I am going to move Jorana 2 squares. I'm going to move Avalon 2 squares. Magenta 2 squares. Zafara 2 squares.
Alright, interesting.
Talia,
Sea
just to
of
make life a little
VV.
harder, 2 squares.
Yeah,
And
11
Katarina,
for 11 in the
squares into the
morning.
lava.
Pretty late. Definitely
I believe that would be
understand
4
that.
more damage.
Yep.
Okay, now to complete the rest of my turn, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's my turn.
Okay. Katarina.
All right, so
Let's
Wantwan
get
kind
out
of
of the
grouping
law.
up, kind of interesting.
She will. Let's see.
Katarina here is bless and hastened.
She's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just like running around. 5.
All right, so he's gonna get close enough to
And
make
she
his
will
despair.
target a Valem with, let's go with
So
Black Plate.
Kipernicus here splitting up his damage again.
Black Plate against Valem.
All right, here we go. And Avalon come up here next, and he is blessed.
That is a hit. And that does 11 damage. Card on him.
Looks
So
like he's not taking his
goes
second.
from
Oh,
42
ouch.
to
Looks like
31.
Wantwan just disconnected again.
And then this time I can use my passive. I will do 4 damage to Magenta.
So here's a crazy thing.
So he just disconnected again?
I'm still connected here, but Steam's having a fit.
Oh, really?
Hopefully it just lets me zip back in.
Oh boy. All right, got 29 to 25.
And it looks good.
Yep, says we're joining. Well, I don't believe you really missed anything.
Nope.
He just finished his turn.
You may have missed the 4 passive damage to Magenta.
So with Zafara, I'm going to
Yeah, definitely not the greatest positioning here, especially with
target.
Girona coming up real soon here.
I'm going to target Jorana with Dark Light.
Right, and it seems he's not choosing to focus, so he still gets it.
And that is a hit, so that is 11 damage.
2, 3, 4, 5, so at least he'll be close enough to get despair off on Katarina.
And you still have special attacks, so you don't take extra damage. However, you can't make special attacks and ignore all helpful conditions.
And I assume lightning reflexes, is that a helpful condition? Or is it just talking about conditions on the conditions chart?
A condition is, yeah, a condition chart.
So she can't be blast protected.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm going to use her passive. There is another enemy here, so Katharina is going to take 4 damage. And I'm done with my turn.
Yeah, lightning
All
reflexes
right.
is a permanent effect, not a
Juliana.
condition. So
Using
wouldn't
1,
apply with Dark Light.
2, 3.
Alright, this is just all good spot there for Girona if she wants to move
4.
in. Oh, no. Okay.
She'll just stick with her whirling strike,
Keeping that whirling strike going.
targeting
Surprising he didn't actually
Magenta and
go for a
Avalum.
thunderous charge or something here.
We will
But
attack
not really needed it.
Avalum
He could have moved down here
first.
and get a blessed strike instead. But that's fine. And whoop, there we go. And that's a hit.
That is a hit. That
So
does 8 damage, moving him from 31 to 23. And then the second against
So, the attack from Avalon there should be +3 more because you're vulnerable, or Avalon is vulnerable.
he is.
Yep,
Oh yeah,
due
he
to
is.
Black Plague.
I totally forgot I did that.
Yep.
Okay.
So it should be
So
11, so 3 more.
23 to 20. Okay, and then here's the attack against magenta.
And that's a hit.
It's also a hit. So 8 damage to magenta.
So Kipernicus getting a lot of
25
hits here on Wantwan.
to
He is
17.
definitely
I will
still very
pull them
much in the
both
lead
toward
here.
me. And
Now he's
I'll
got
do
all
my
3 of
lightning
them.
reflexes attack against magenta.
Alright, getting that lightning reflexes now, getting them real low. And will he get the strike on magenta?
And that
No.
one is a miss.
If he had done
And that is all.
done it on Avalon instead, that would have been a hit because
Okay,
of
with
the
magenta, I
1
am going to
less defense.
sidestep.
And would have got that +1 to his roll for his
And
basic
then I
attack.
am going to use Miraculous Potion against Sharana.
Alright, trying to get some heals out with magenta here. And that's a hit.
And I got 12. That, I believe that is a hit. So it's 7 damage plus 4 from the passive effect. So that should be 11.
Yep, getting that tactics there.
There's also another effect here. I get to heal 6 myself for an ally in 8. I am going to heal magenta. And on top of that 6 heal, I am going to discard a flask card to add +3 to it. So
Looks like he had Potion of
1, 2,
Rage,
3.
which
And that is my turn.
hasn't really been able to help him out considering his character's all been at range.
Okay.
You notice that Garen is already out, and so it's just Talia and Katarina, so really hard to actually
Talia
use that. So probably a good idea to get that little
is
additional
gonna
healing.
move a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3.
So Talia up here.
She will target
She might need.
Avalum with
So
Nymph's Kiss.
So while the healing is good, this could be a good option to use
I
Shield of
guess I'm gonna bring it
Flowers,
back from
because it would cause Avalon to have to um, take that damage, or he'd have to do a basic attack or a special attack or something to be able to prevent that Shield of Flowers effect.
that is a
Looks
hit.
like he gets it.
So that's 6 plus 3.
Getting that
20
vulnerable
down
adds
to
up.
11. And then she will put the kiss on Zafara. And for her passive, she will go ahead and heal Jorana for 4. From 21 to 25. And that is all.
Alright. And that's Talia there getting even more
Okay, with
heals
Avalum,
off.
I am going to side step over here.
Avalon getting
And
pretty
then
low.
I
He's probably going to want to
am
get that shockwave off pretty soon here.
pondering for just a moment, but I went ahead and made a decision. I'm going to use a special.
Yep, here it comes.
And I don't think he's going to live long enough to make much use of counter spells, so I'm just going to use Shockwave. With the first target being Jorana.
Alright, so he's hitting Jorana, which he'll prevent that circle protection effect, but he won't get his accuracy bonus. And he
17,
gets it.
that is a hit.
And who's your second target?
And the second target is Katharina.
Alright, going for Katarina here next, and that also is a hit.
12, so that's a hit as well.
Gonna be 32 damage here.
And then I can move any number of targets hit up to 3 squares each. So Katharina is going to go back into the lava pit.
She was just there.
And Draw is going to go 1, 2, and normally you can't clip around corners. Is that the case with knockback as well?
Yeah.
So I'll have her end there then. Let me just do the damage.
So good play there, Wantwan, to be able to help catch up, do some massive damage. Now he didn't get the max potential of it.
The lava.
Yep, a little extra damage from that
25
lava.
down to 9.
Now he would have suffered some damage, but
double check, make sure. 25, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4,
but
5,
he could have
6,
hit
yes.
Talia with it and threw her into the
that
lava as
is
well.
the end of my turn.
Okay. Katharina, get out of the lava.
Alright, so Katarina here starting right back in the lava again.
Let's see, 25.
So she does have special up. Might actually be a. Let's see, where is she right
We'll go
now?
1, 2,
She could
3,
swap with Zafara.
4, 5.
Let's see, what are they? 21 and. Oh, I guess it would be exceeding that.
And she is going to target Magenta with Dark Ritual.
Oh, here it comes.
That is a hit.
That's a hit.
The dice have been kind to me today.
Yeah, they have.
So she will swap Magenta with Jorana. So 9 and 26. And then for her 5 extra damage, let's go ahead and drop Avalum from 11 to 6.
Should be 4. You're referring to Despair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
4
11
damage.
to 7. Thank you. And that is all.
Alright, so Katarina not actually using her Blessed again. Not really utilizing that hastened or blessed, which is kind of a little bit of a waste. Because that bless is so powerful.
I am going to
but
attack Katharina with Hungry Spirits.
Alright, so special is down. 7, that is a hit.
That is 1 hit.
And the second one
And
is a
that
hit,
is
so he
both
finally
hits.
gets both of them.
So that is 12.
Alright, here now at 9
And then
health.
I can heal myself or an ally within range for 4 health. And I'm going to give that 4 health to Avalon.
Zafara
Finally,
here
I also
doing some
triggered her
healing.
passive. And I'm going to do that 4 damage to 1, 2, 3. To Jorana.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, in range.
And that is my turn.
Alright, so
Okay.
Jorana is going to be up here. So he did Hungry Spirit, so Dark Light does go back. Jorana is going to be up. She's
Well, Morana
a
is kind of
little
a
far, but
broken record.
can easily get
She's
back
gonna
up there.
go
Just can't do
1,
special.
2, 3.
It's starting to sound like my first game of the tournament with her.
Did you just do Whirling Strike over and over again?
I think I actually used Dance of Steel a ton, but I kind of used her to substitute as a brute and use Lightning Reflexes to just do a crazy amount of damage for a tank most of the game.
Yeah, yeah, she's been really good for me this game. So I will
Jorana.
do Whirling Strike. Um, this time I will target Avalum and Zafara.
Actually,
Alright.
just a second. I want to interrupt.
Okay.
Because if I don't interrupt now, I don't think I'll have another chance. And I'm going to use
Fair
Counter
enough.
Spell. I did not forget to do it this time, thankfully. And I got a 16.
Cool.
Oh, he takes 10 non-lethal damage before striking, so he is very much
Right at 1.
at the
Love
most
it.
important hit point. Negate the target's attack. Permanent, you are hastened. I don't even know if he can run. He'll have time to run away, but there's only one way to find out.
Alright, so it's
Nice. Well,
Magenta's turn.
yeah, that worked out well. I don't get to do my lightning reflexes.
Yep, I was worried you were going to get a double there, so I did not want to.
Well, actually, so you negate the attack. I guess you did move. So there's not really anything else you could do. But I believe by the definition, it still would be end of your turn. There's just nothing else you can do at this point except for
Right.
ending your turn. So yeah, it would be
Yep.
lightning reflexes, which you are unfortunately out of range for, so you can't even do
Yep.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good time to use that counter spell.
All right, so Magenta is up.
Okay, I am going to. I am going to use Miraculous Potion on
So I'm trying to get some
Katharina.
heals out here. Now he is out of flask cards.
With a
He
13.
does get it,
So that is 7 damage to her.
but he won't
Down
get
to 2.
any other benefit for that.
Heals 6, you are an ally in 8. Even if I gave that to Avalon, he would probably not be able to survive an attack, so I am going to give it to Magenta. That brings her up to 15. And I could move here, I'm going to think.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right,
going
Sonny.
to
He
go
could have moved closer before
1,
he declared the
2,
attack, and thus making for sure that he could get that lightning
3,
reflexes. But
4, and 5.
all right, Magenta getting on top of
And that is
Talia.
my turn.
Okay. Okay. Talia. Is going
Talia
to
up there. Still has a resurrection spell
sidestep
she could use.
away from magenta.
Bring back Garen if she wanted.
She is
Also,
going
she
to
could just
do
kill.
a Nymph's Kiss on targeting Zafara.
Alright. So Zafara not gonna die, so he's gonna allow Avalon to be around for another turn, it seems. And he misses.
And that is a miss.
Yep,
The
there are 2 revives up.
that
Talia's
residual
Breath of
damage
Life
is 5. So
and
Zafara's from
Revenge of
49
the Dead.
to 44.
So I'm assuming that maybe Kipernicus here is waiting for Katarina to be able to kill off Avalon with Despair and use the full strength of
All right,
his
are you done with your
attack
turn?
on somebody else.
Yes. Yeah, that is all.
Okay,
So
I am
Avalon is
going
still
to
alive and he
use
is hastened.
Magic Missile with Avalum, and I'm going to use it on, let me do some quick counting, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2,
Okay, I'm
3,
going to use
4,
it
5.
on
So you can use it
Talia.
on Talia. Get that accuracy bonus there. And he gets it.
I got an 11,
So,
so that's a
oof.
hit.
So,
That is 10 damage to her, plus I believe I triggered my passive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe I did.
Yep.
Yep, so that's 14 damage to her.
So leaving Avalon at this point, pretty dangerous move. Be able to get one
And
extra
then
strike,
2 other
and now
enemies
he's
within
going to be able to
range take
kill
3
off
damage
Katarina.
each. So I'm going to give that to Katharina and Jorana.
Alright, so
So I believe
Katarina
Katharina
is
is now dead.
defeated.
And Jorana's also over here.
And
1,
Jorana taking a
2,
little bit more damage.
3. Now I can still move. So I'm going to make the very wise decision to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, so
And that's my turn.
Avalon backing up quite a bit there.
Okay.
Now Jorana will be up next.
All
So
right.
3 characters alive here for Wantwan, 2 for Kipernicus. Now
Well,
Avalon just
now is
barely
probably
hanging
as
in
good a
there.
time as any. I'm going to use a heroic action, and I will do
There you go.
heroic seism.
Alright, that's a good
All
option there
enemies
to
take 5
attack to
damage.
kill off
That
Avalon.
will finish off Avalum. Genta drops from 15 to 10.
Alright, so good play
And
there.
Zafara goes from 44 to 39.
So doing some
Let's
damage
go
there.
ahead and have Magenta
Magenta
run
taking a
into the lava
dive in the lava.
for an additional. How much damage does lava do?
4.
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll have Zafara come stand next to
Oh, good plays
Gerard.
there to
And I don't care about moving my people. So that is all.
there we go. So now evened down to 2 characters down
Okay,
each. Now
I'm going
Zafar
to
does
attempt a
have
regular
Revenge of the
move,
Dead.
which that would incite a reaction attack.
You're doing a sidestep, or you're trying to move?
Just a regular move.
Okay, so do a reaction attack.
That's just a basic attack, right?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. And a miss.
Definitely not a.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am going to use a special. I'm going to use Revenge of the Dead on
All right, there we go. Getting
Valen.
our first revive back here, trying to bring back Avalon. Let's see if it happens. He got it.
And I just barely got it.
Those are the ones that hurt the most when you miss.
Oh, you are telling me.
All right, with 25 hit points.
And 1 special back.
And one of his specials returned.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Jorana is.
To be Talia's turn.
Oh yes, Talia. Talia is going to.
So Wantwan here, trying to catch back up here again by bringing back
She
Avalon. Especially bringing back that shockwave is a really
go
good
ahead and
possibility there for him to
sidestep
even
away
things
from
very quickly.
Magenta. Oh, it's actually
Hitting Jorana and Talia at the same
there.
time.
And she will attack her with
Unfortunately,
Nymph's Kiss.
um, going for Nymph's Kiss here on Magenta, it seems, for the killing blow, and that's a miss.
Is a miss. That does 5 residual damage. She is hanging on.
It's barely hanging in there.
And that is all.
Alright, so Magenta
Okay, then.
is up here next. 1 health left.
With
She actually hasn't
Magenta,
used her
I am
flash
going
heal.
to
She might have wanted to use that.
first off get
Well, you
out of the
can't use it on
lava.
a special, but use it earlier
There's
on
1,
for some of the attacks that he was
2,
missing. Get some of that healing action and increase the chance to be able to hit.
3. I feel comfortable standing here. I'd be more comfortable over here with 4. Okay. Now I'm going
2,
to
3.
use Miraculous Potion. And I'm going to use it on Talia.
Unfortunately, not getting some of the stronger aspects of Miraculous Potion because he doesn't actually have any flask up, and a miss.
And that is a miss. So it's only 5 damage.
Down to 26.
My turn is over.
Alright, so Jorana here
Okay.
coming up next. She is lined
And
up.
for
She
Jorana
can,
to do her thing again. So we'll go 1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
4,
3, 4,
5,
5,
6.
6. Yep, just enough to be able to get in for
And she's going to target Magenta
Zafara
and
and
Zafara.
Magenta.
Her Whirling Strike. I will target Magenta first.
Alright, so we'll see if he gets the killing blow here on Magenta. And he gets it. Alright, so Magenta's killed.
And then Zafara. That is
That's a hit.
also a hit. And that is 8 damage. Takes her from 39, 31. And I'll pull her
Alright,
in,
and now he
do
gets to do his
a
lightning
basic
reflexes.
attack,
So this one is still pretty
lightning
close.
reflexes.
And 9, that's a hit.
That looks like that is also a hit.
So very close game
6
still.
damage from 31 to 25. And that is all.
Alright, Avalon is up. He does have his special. He can
Okay, with
do
Avalon,
Shockwave
I
here.
am going to use a special,
At
and I'm
this
going to
point,
use
he should be
Shockwave.
focused to increase
First
his
hit is going to be
chances.
targeting Talia.
And it sounds like he's probably not going to do it, but could be very vital to taking taking them out here. He gets it, the first hit.
Okay, that is a hit.
So
And
Talia
the second hit's going to be
should end up taking
aiming at
20
Tirana.
damage there and pop into the lava.
Not
And second one is a
Jorana.
hit.
Okay, so Talia was the first person hit, and she was at least 5 squares away, so she
So
takes
it
16
looks like
plus
Wantwan
4.
is going to pull this back.
So that is 20 damage.
So now Talia down to 6 health left.
And then I'm going to push her 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 4 more damage.
So taking some more damage there, down to...
And for Jorana, there's a 16 base damage. And I'm going to push her into lava. Is lava lethal?
Yes.
Okay, Jorana.
Well, hey, you were close to finishing it all right there.
Quick question. Talia was at 26, right? And you did 20 damage?
It was 20, and then she moved into lava for 4 more.
Yeah, and she was at 26? Or was she higher?
I believe she was at 26, because when I moved her down to 6, I may have moved her to 3 instead of 2.
1, 2, 3. So 4 should be at 2, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Great job.
All right. Well,
Very
I think that only
quickly,
leaves me with one
Wantwan coming
option,
back real quick here.
which
Looks
is
like he's going
Breath
to
of
pull
Life.
this one out.
The
Oh!
question is, who do I want to
Going
bring
with
back?
the Resurrection here. 35 hit
Yeah.
points. Last
I think there really
last
is
hurrah
no
here.
question.
He
It is my
has to do it here.
favorite friend, Jorana. So I'll let him target you.
All right, going for Jorana, the people's favorite. And does
I
he
got
get the
so
res?
excited about getting rid of her, I didn't think
Critical.
about that.
No.
Unfortunately, there's no such thing as a critical
Darn,
heal.
a crit probably doesn't do any good when you revive somebody.
Yeah, unfortunately, no such thing as a critical heal.
Oh, all right. Well, Jorana is back at 35.
Wow, real clutch move there, bringing.
And an ally within range regains 4. Can I use the hope on Jorana?
No, because technically the passive triggers before the effect. So yeah, there'd be nobody else to actually apply it to. Is that where you wanted to? Go ahead.
Oh, can I put her wherever
It
she
says
wants?
within 5 squares of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, I absolutely want to put her right there. And then Tali's got to get out of lava. She's gonna go 1,
Talia making a run for it
2,
here.
3, 4.
Fortunately,
hide
it will
behind this
be.
wall.
Let's see. Avalon is next.
That
Wait,
is
no.
all.
He already went. Should be Zafara here. So Zafara, if he
Okay, with
wants to
Zafara, I'm going
kill
to
off
sidestep.
Tally, he'd take that damage.
Zafara still has her Revenge of the Dead, but she did use that, right?
She did use that, you're
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
And you also use Shockwave.
I just
Yes.
did, yes. I was expecting the game to end, but I didn't realize he had that revive, so whoops on my part. Okay, with Zafara, now that I've sidestepped, I am going to use Revenge of the... Do I really want to say that? Yeah, I might as well get it out of the way. I'm going to use... Oh, that's not even the right thing. Whoops.
Yeah, Revenge of the
Okay.
Dead is one you already used.
You are correct. So I'm actually going to be using Hungry Spirits. First hit targeting Thalia.
Okay. So this would be a really good time to call it that circle of protection there. And it looks like he's
As a
going to
17, so
miss
that
it
is a hit.
maybe.
And the second hit will be targeting Jorana.
The 17, so that still would have been a hit, but Tally would,
9, that is a
or
hit as well.
Zafar would take that damage.
So Jorana took 6. So
Yep,
I did hit
exactly.
Thalia first on Zafar's first hit of her turn, so I believe that would still trigger her passive on Jorana.
Yes, it would.
Okay, so that's 4 more damage to her.
Yep.
Alright, then her or now I can regain 4 health. I am going to give the 4 health to Zafara.
So Zafara using that
And that is my turn.
despair there here. And
Okay.
so now
No,
it is
Jorana's
up
pretty
to
happy where she's
Jorana.
at. She's gonna just use her Dance of Steel on Balaam and Zafara.
I really thought we were going to get to the end here probably about 5 minutes ago, but
Nice.
very quickly, Talia, before she goes down for the count, she does a heal. And oh my
Oh,
goodness, then goes
I
down.
guess I said Avalum and Zafara, so Avalum was the first one targeted. Sorry, I forgot to declare.
So you said Dance of Steel,
So,
but I believe, I mean, considering you're mentioning multiple people, I believe you said you meant Whirling Strike. Is that correct?
oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Must be getting late.
Yeah.
Yes, Whirling Strike, Avalum, and Zafara.
Okay. So
Um,
Avalum takes the crit.
13 from 25 to 12. And then the second against Zafara.
So if anyone could maybe pull this back, it might be Zafara
Is
or
a
Jorana,
miss.
and a miss, unfortunately.
So I will pull Avalum into me, and
It's a
that
very
is
close
the end.
game here. Now, if played right, may be able
Okay,
to,
with
should be
Avalum,
able
I
to
am
pull this
going
out
to
here for
sidestep
Avalon.
and then use... Okay, I'm going to use Magic Missile on Jorana. Actually, I'm second guessing myself. I want to take another move if it's not already too late to undo that.
It doesn't bother me.
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're doing a double move action.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Um,
So Jorana being
Zafara.
forced to spread them up now. Unfortunately, two range characters left. Can be very difficult for her, especially since she
Is
doesn't even have a
going
Thunderous Charge at
to
this point.
move one forward and
So she probably
attack
wants to use
Zafara
Dance of
with
Steel at this point.
Dance of Steel.
Try to get that toughened, so
Make sure I'm saying
reduce
the
some of
right
that
one. Yes,
damage.
Dance of Steel.
Alright, here we go. So we are getting real close to the end of the match.
And
that's a
that
hit.
is a hit. So 8 damage from 29 to 20.
And now Jirana will be toughened.
And that is all.
So we'll be able to reduce that damage, although he
Okay,
might
with
be forgetting that
Zafara,
effect.
before I do this, if I sidestep over here, would that be lava damage?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take that.
Alright.
Then I am going to use Purgatory
Alright.
on Jirana.
Going here to almost be able to kill her. Make her cursed here with 20 damage. And just barely misses
One
her.
shy, so that's only 15 residual.
So
Brings
15.
her down to 10.
So she is still almost
And that is my turn.
gone. Oh,
The
no
end
specials
is
up for
near.
either characters. Now, Kipernicus does have another heroic action he has yet to use yet.
Well, I'm just going to be obnoxious.
There we go.
And
He's
then I
got
will use a
guessing
special heroic
no.
inspiration to use to heal Jirana back up.
Oh, interesting. He's decided to heal Jirana instead of killing off one of the characters.
Can I still have her move? I
Yes.
assume I probably can.
Yep, you can.
Yep. Let's run up to. Let's see. Where was I? Right here. Let's actually go 1, 2, 3.
Good positioning there by Kipernicus.
Okay.
Forcing Zafara to
With that one, I'm going
take
to
a
move
reaction
1,
attack
2,
or step through lava again.
3. And I am going to use
He did forget to place
Arcane Blast
Dance of Steel
on Jirana.
What's the location you're hitting at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So it would. Oh, it's all combatants, so that would mean allies too, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, then. Can I backstep on that one?
You can still, yeah, you can backstep if you want. You can still do Arcane Blast. It just means that you would have to target, because you target an area.
Yeah,
So you'd have to target an area that isn't in the area for Zafara.
Okay, well, if I believe I can still do that then.
Just to clarify that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You should be able to, which is the reason why I was just clarifying.
So if I hit here, that would.
Correct. Yeah, that would
Okay.
just hit Jirana and not Zafara.
Okay, then I'll proceed with that. And roll a 1.
I'm sorry.
Nah, my first game went like this, but it was the other way around.
All right, so 5
So
residual.
That's just 5. And that is my turn.
Clinching right here at the end. Jirana.
Okay.
Looks like she 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's gonna be just too far. She could sidestep down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stay where I am.
Oh, she's not gonna move.
Use Dance of Steel against Zafara.
Another 5 is good. Yep. So he could hit both of them with Dance of Steel if he were to move down here. I get that +3 damage, and he gets it.
That is a hit.
That's going to be just a little too far where he's currently at. So that's going to be 8 damage to Zafara.
Jirana is toughened.
And now he remembers the effect.
17 down to 9.
Oh boy. Close one
I
here.
don't think I'm going to pull this one out. This is Jirana's last stand.
Alright, so Zafara is up next. He
Well, I
could.
certainly hope that won't happen.
So
I'm just happy to have
good.
it come down to the wire. The other times I've played, I've just got clobbered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm
he.
going to do a
All the heroic actions
regular
have been
move.
used at this point
I'm going to head up here.
by both players.
Does that mean I get to do a break attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Reaction attack.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Hit. So
So
it's
your
at 6
movement
damage.
will be reduced by 1.
Okay. 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And I am going to use.
Jirana here, or
I
Jafar
am
could go
going
with
to use
that
Dark
dark
Light
light and get that
on Jirana.
additional damage from the effect there. Here we go. Got it.
Got
So that
16,
will
so
be
that
14
she has
damage
no
to
special attacks
Jirana.
from me, so that's plus 3. It's a total
She
of
is
14.
toughened.
Yep.
And she is toughened, so that
Yep. So negates that
makes her
plus
take
3
-3
effect, so
damage.
just 11 damage.
So
Yep.
the threes cancel each other out.
Correct. Yep.
Right then. That is my turn.
Right here, down to the wire
Well, I think
here.
it's going to come down to the dice, the rolls of the dice.
This is, yeah, often what happens
All
once
right.
players have
Well,
expended both
Joanna
their
will
actions, and it just kind of
go
becomes a
1,
slap fest here at
2,
the end.
3, 4. Actually, she's let's see, where was she? She's right here. She's right here. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
Interesting.
she will attack Zafara with Whirling Strike.
Okay, so he'll be able to move Zafar 1, not get her in the lava. Well, and even still, he wouldn't really need to because Zafara's about to die. Oh, and he
Oh, she
misses.
doesn't even get to take Zafara down with her. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
Definitely
but she does.
would have
She does
moved
like down.
up
I drop her
past
to
Yeah,
1
Zafara.
down to
from the
1.
residual.
So 1,
Now,
2,
residual damage
3,
is non-lethal.
4, 5, 6. I could have moved all the way up here
Okay, with
with Whirling
Avalon,
Strike, and
I'm
then
going to
he's
count
1,
for
2,
brief
3,
moment. 1, 2,
4,
3, 4,
5,
5,
6,
6, 7,
7,
8.
8, 9,
That looks
10,
good.
11,
I
12.
am going to use Magic
So
Missile on Jirana.
Avalon would be still close enough that he could make an attack. He could move all the 5 up and then do his range 8. And here we go. Magic Missile.
That is an
And
18.
that's it.
And there it is.
That's
And
10
you got
damage.
it. That was a close one.
Good game. Well
Right
played.
here at the end. I actually thought it was going to end earlier as well until I saw the resurrection there that happened at the end and pulled it up a lot closer. Game definitely was back and forth. Wantwan was pretty far behind for a while, and then coming back at the end. Great job, guys.
Yeah, there's one thing I've learned in my past 2 games, and it's that normally in games like this, I like to hyper focus on one person at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But in this game, that really doesn't work between all the games I've played. It's better to not worry about that and to just focus on positioning all of your characters properly,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you'll whittle everybody down one at a time. So Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the play of the game, the turning point was that shockwave. I did not take into account that my people could get shoved into the lava. So
Yep.
that
Yeah,
was
Shockwave.
very nice.
Shockwave can do a lot. In fact, Wantwan does know about that personally,
From
as that had him lose his first game, missing the interrupt on the Shockwave that got used against him, and really kind of turned the tide in his game. But this one, you got to use Shockwave twice, and that really helped you catch up.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Oh, very good game, guys. Great job. So Wantwan continuing on, and unfortunately Kipernicus, this will be it for you. But
All right.
thanks for joining in on this tournament. It was a lot of fun. Hope you had a good time.
I did indeed.
Awesome. Well, have to check us out when we do, of course, another one eventually. Probably won't be till sometime after everyone receives Tenaris Adventures and be able to go from there. But
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
yeah, well, anyway, that is it for tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you got to enjoy this game. Sorry about the slowdown that we happened earlier, um, but definitely worth it here at the end. So, anyway, that's it for tonight. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and